Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is something you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start off with a court card, the Knight of Cups. This card is about the giving and receiving of love and affection. So that's a pretty good way to start. Now, is this card you? Is this somebody else in your life? I feel like there's going to be a focus on kind of how we express ourselves to other people, right? How we choose to let other people know that we care, and how we can tell that other people care about us too, right? Let's put that into some context. Let's see what else is going on here. We've got an Ace of Wands. Well, this could be even, there's an element of newness. There's an element of intent and creativity here. But I wonder if this is kind of the conscious awareness of something new going on. I got some ideas, but let's keep going. Oh, we see a Three of Swords here. Okay. We do have an Emperor. Okay, all right. We got the Strength card. We got the Eight of Pentacles. It makes sense. I wonder if there is kind of a new interest in your life. Maybe a new love. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's the way the cards fall. This could be. It could be a new. Well, it could be a renewed focus on family. It could be a renewed focus on friends. We got more Leo energy here, a lot of Leo stuff here. It could be a renewed focus on family or friends, right? Trying to strengthen those bonds that we have with our people, But I kind of wonder if there's something new going on here. If there's someone new that you're going to meet, if it's in a romantic sense, or if it's in a friendship, if it's in a creative or even maybe a business sense, though kind of leaning outside of the business area for this one. This is going to be family, friends. This is going to be people very close to you. And let's do the mystery card first, and then I'll tell you what I think. This is one card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put Alien Simon Moore Ripley right there on top. We're going to forget about that card until the very end. But if you have a prediction for the card, put it in the comments. First thing off the top of your brain, whatever you think, right? Let's look around at the cards. Now, for Major Arcana, we have the Emperor and we have the Lust or Strength card. And these two are kind of different. The Emperor is very refined, very serious, very disciplined, very strict, I think, very orderly and organized and very, very strong authority here. The Lust or Strength card is a little bit more carefree, is a little bit more passionate, right? A little bit more active in that way, right? More courageous in terms of going outside of the framework, going outside of kind of what we've established for ourselves, right? Experimenting, trying new things, letting our heart and our passions guide us, right? Very passionate, whereas the Emperor is very, the Emperor can be passionate too, but it's in a very kind of controlled way, right? The Emperor maybe is too much control. Sometimes the Lust card is too little control, right? And we have then fire, fire, fire. We have a lot of fire. Even this Leo card, the Aries card, right, with the Major Arcana, these are fiery cards. Then we have fire, fire, fire over here. We've got water, we've got air, we've got earth down here, right? Of course, water in the middle. So really it feels to me that there is this new opportunity for you to exchange love and affection with someone, right? Whether it's on a friend level, family member, or if it's maybe a new love interest or romantic interest, right? But I feel like there's a focus on that, or there's the opportunity, there's the desire for that. But I feel with the Three of Swords down here at the bottom that we're shying away from that. That for a lot of reasons, we don't really want that in our life right now. The Three of Swords is, kind of a problem in tarot, right? Because it's about our memory of past pain, trauma, misfortune, sorrow, heartbreak that influences us right now in the present. Because I've been hurt so many times, makes me very cautious right now. And we, of course, see the Eight of Pentacles here in the future position. You're going forward with caution, and I think that's very wise. It's very prudent. Sometimes the Three of Swords, though, can completely hinder us, right? Because we start reliving these past feelings, or because of this new experience, a lot of old feelings are being churned up and kicked up. And we start reliving those, and we almost apply those past feelings to the present circumstances. And we, in this moment, start feeling like we're being hurt, like we're being heartbroken already. We haven't even done anything yet. So it's preventing us from moving forward because we're already feeling those feelings of pain, loss, sorrow, regret, all these, the heartbreak that, sometimes we open ourselves up to when we begin something new, when we take a chance on something that is from the heart, right? Now, this doesn't have to be a new partnership or relationship. Okay, none of my readings are exactly relationship readings, right? We all have relationships, right? Some of us try to avoid them, but we can't avoid them altogether. No one is an island, right? So when we see the Knight of Cups, I'm not going to predict that, this is some, knight in shining watery armor with wings that's going to come in and sweep you off your feet. Maybe that is. If that's something that you're open to, it could be that. But this is the manifestation of love and affection. How do we let other people in our lives know that we care? And how do we acknowledge that from other people? How do you know other people care about you? Right? That's a question for all of us, I think, to answer, because they call you once in a while, because they show an interest in what you're doing, because they seem happy and delighted to see you. They give you a hug when you see them or when you leave. I don't know, many different things. But when we put an Ace of Wands on top of that, this is something that we're just now being aware of. Because the Ace of Wands, at a fundamental level, is the light of consciousness. It's being aware of something, right? It's focused attention, which is focused will, which is focused, effort, if we follow it down the chain. So I feel like you're being aware of something. You're growing in this awareness either of a relationship already in your life that needs some attention, or it could be somebody new. This could also be realizing that there is some part of your life that you are not giving enough love and affection to. It could be your pets, your plants, your people, but it could be your hobbies. It could be your spiritual life. It could be your physical health and energy and activity, right? It could be all of these things. But and it could really be self-love too. How do we let ourselves know that we care about ourselves? So there's a few different layers here that we could look at with these two cards, okay? Take it how it might resonate with you. But let's see what the other cards are going to tell us too. I already know that there is this element of, there's kind of this black or white thinking, Sagittarius, and that's something we all have to get out of, because for you it's either strict control or no control. There's no in between, right? But maybe we see that over here, and that's the difficulty, right? Six of Wands is in the position of the difficulty. Difficulty is balancing control versus, passion, between poise, let's say, and passion. And I think it has a lot to do with I'll be honest, with the mistakes that we've made. With things that we've done when we've had too much control, well, that wasn't good. It's times when we've had too little control, that wasn't good. We got ourselves into some trouble. It's also, of course, our experience of those times where other people did not care about us, or they showed us something opposite of this, right? Now, what if we looked at this that way? What if we said this is our conscious awareness, our focused attention on the things people do that show they do not care about us? See? Then we're activating the Three of Swords, and I think that we are doing ourselves a disservice. Now, we have to be aware of what other people are doing, right? Positive or negative, how is it affecting me? Okay? Is there something that I need to resolve within myself so I'm not so affected by what other people do? Are we taking everything personally, maybe? Or are we so focused on the sort of negative things people do in our direction, so much that we're not able to really see all of the people around us that do care about us? Or, I mean, we're doing that to ourselves too, right? Are we being so strict with ourselves? Are we getting so, back to the Three of Swords, are we getting so down on ourselves when we do something wrong, when we make a mistake, when things don't work out, when I don't wake up early enough to get to the gym or something, or go for a jog? We get really down on ourselves and we start focusing on that negative stuff. And that's kind of something that the Ace of Wands is enlightening too. How are we showing ourselves that we really aren't caring very much about ourselves right now? We need to be aware of that just as much as we need to be aware of how other people are showing us that they care about us, and how we can show ourselves that we care about us. But we have to be aware of what we're doing, how we are exchanging love and affection with ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Major Arcana energy, we have that. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and I think the Eight of Pentacles is good because it shows a prudence, it shows a calm, careful, meticulous kind of energy where we're not going to rush into anything. If this is a new, if this is our attention on someone new, or maybe somebody new is giving us attention, and it stirs up a whole bunch of stuff in us, we see that. We're going about things in a very careful way. We're not being impulsive and saying, get out of here. And we're also not being impulsive and jumping into something that we're not so sure about yet. Okay? So we are being cautious. This card is also about self-care. It's saying that we are a rose bush, and we need to accept our flowers and our thorns. But we need to water ourselves. We need to make sure we have the right soil, make sure we get enough sunlight, And we have to give ourselves that kind of attention because we deserve it. Yeah. And we also have to sort of determine what kind of attention we want from other people. Right? How we will and will not tolerate people treating us. Anyone, friends, family members, ourselves, treating ourselves. But there's part of this that really makes me feel as if this is like a new creative endeavor for you. It's got that holy grail kind of energy to it. And I feel that, and it might be resonating different ways for different people, obviously. But I kind of feel as if this Lust or Strength card is this unbridled passion that we really are looking for in life, but there's a particular strict, refined kind of authority and self-discipline that is preventing us from really completely just kind of cutting loose, And it's really because of it's the Three of Swords, and I think maybe we've taken chances like this before. We've let ourselves, free in this passionate way before, and I think it didn't work out so well. And so now we're a little bit more cautious moving forward. Now, this is not bad energy at all. This is, in fact, really, really good energy. And I think that what we're doing as we move forward is trying to reconcile the Emperor and the Lust or Strength card in this balanced way so that we can move forward, that we can progress on this path with this, whatever this new energy is, whatever the Knight of Cups really truly is for you, which there's emphasis on that cup. See, the Knight of Cups is holding a cup. There's a little crab in there. But the focus now is on the cup itself and what this is and what this potentially can become, what it can do in your life. You know, is this that relationship that really could blossom into a perfect union, everything that you want, just, you know, a wonderful experience? You know, is this that new creative endeavor, that new pursuit, that passionate creative pursuit in your life that could lead to all sorts of dreams come true, that could, you know, lead to prosperity and happiness and satisfaction and this kind of creative fulfillment and artistic freedom? And, you know, is this something that is really worth pursuing? Okay. Now, what I want to do for that Three of Swords here, I'm trying to think of what other card we could pull out here today. We have the repeating aces. I guess we do have that. But let's do one of our affirmation cards for the Three of Swords. This is the language of flowers. We're just going to do one. I'm going to just do one card here. That's the one. The Camellia, peace. Be calm, and calm will come. And it's interesting when we think of calm, right? Because we have this wild, passionate lust card right here, and it doesn't scream calm to me. But this might be the idea of being at peace, even when we're in this intense, passionate, creative energy. We do have to have a little bit of control, a little bit of peace and calm. It doesn't have to be chaos, right? It doesn't have to be frantic. We could be impassioned people and still be peaceful, calm, tranquil, you know. And maybe that's just it. Maybe there is that element of refinement in our rapture. Yeah. But let's look at the path of the serpent. I like that. Peace. Be calm. Calm will come. Yeah. And this seems very peaceful. There's no rush here. There's no frantic energy here. Maybe we're following our passion. You have this passion for gardening, right? You're not just going to sit there and pour water on the thing all day and say, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. There's kind of a peacefulness. There's a calm to it. We go out in the morning, we water, we check the leaves, all this stuff. We trim things back, and we take care of it. We nurture it. And it's our passion, but we're doing it. It's there's a serenity there, you know. Anyway, the Ace of Cups. This has the potential to really be a joyous union. I want to say a perfect union. But it's a union where I think there's a lot of inspiration from this. You know, this is you kind of getting involved with something or someone that really is going to spark a lot of creativity. It's going to give you this, what's an example here? I don't know. I think we've all had that experience where we start something new, or we get into a new hobby, a new relationship, maybe a new friendship. We start doing something new in our lives. And then suddenly we're inspired now to, you know what, I'm going to start going to the gym again. I got this focus on my eating habits now, and now I'm inspired to paint again, and, you know, I want to start writing poetry again. And we're just inspired to do all of these great things that we want to do, right? And it's not that it's being brought to us by this other person or this other energy, but it's awakening something within you. This creative passion, this source energy, this heart energy. Yeah. But we have to have the caution there. And we've got the Princess of Cups here in the position of the environment, right? And that kind of goes with our Three of Swords, because remember, these two cards are intimately connected in the Dove and Serpent spread. This is outside of us. This is underneath the surface of us. This situation may seem too good to be true. It may be we're in these feelings, right? Princess of Cups. We're starting to feel things that we haven't felt in a while. The stirrings of that passion, that interest, that maybe it's that infatuation or that love or that awakened heart and consciousness towards something or someone. And there's a lot of different feelings going on. And then our imagination starts to get activated. We start to dream of what this could become. I have all of these ideas, all of these inspirations of what I want to do. Maybe it has nothing to do with that other person. Okay? Maybe that event or that person or that interaction, maybe that's whatever. Maybe you're never going to see that person again. But what it does to you is makes you now open your eyes and be aware of love and affection, giving and taking in your life, within yourself and with others in your life. Okay. So it's not just that you meet somebody and then boom, all this stuff happens, but I think it causes a response in you. Yeah. But that Three of Swords is still active, and so we start to have this imagination, we start dreaming of the future. Before we know it, we're in a very bad place. We're in a very kind of dark area of our memory where we're just now, what we're dreaming about here, what this dream is, all this imagination, all this potential, what could be, now has become like a nightmare. Now it's become all the stuff I don't want again, And so we have that wrestling in ourselves, because there's going to be thorns on the rose bush. We know that, right? There always will be. I don't know if anybody has kind of made a hybrid where there's no thorns. I don't know. I imagine they have, but not in this case. So there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of depth of your feelings, of your imagination, of the potential here. But we start to doubt it, question it, and think, it's going to, we start to relive all those past experiences like we talked about. And what we really need here is balance. Yes, we need to remember the past, but we need to also be brave enough to just keep trying, to just, to allow all these feelings their place, allow them a little bit of room inside of us so that we can explore them. We don't have to give expression to all of them, but we need to at least allow ourselves to dream and fantasize and ponder and wonder what the potential of this awakening, heart awakening, right, passion awakening kind of thing, might result in. We need to remember the past, and we need to use the two to be very cautious, very careful. The same with over here with the Emperor and the Lust card. We need to join those two together with, like the Six of Wands is telling us. We join the opposites together, and then we end up with a very cautious and prudent and responsible way forward, right? Now the Emperor back here, I feel like it's a particular event, right? I feel like something happened in your life sometime during your past, and you kind of said, okay, that's it. That's the last time I let that happen, right? Or that's the last time you open yourselves up to, I don't know, a relationship or a friend. And it's the last time you do that, right? And so we kind of, you've got this very, what's the word? It's a very assertive energy about you right now, but it's a little bit standoffish, right? It's a little bit like everybody that enters, you're ready to interrogate them, question them, right? There's maybe a little bit of mistrust for people, and that's understandable, and I don't blame you. And we're learning, I think, how to kind of blend that with an openness, with an easiness, with this. We're focused on the exchange, how we're exchanging with people, how we're exchanging with ourselves. Okay, on the heart level. That's the work right now. And the obstacle to the work is the Six of Wands here. The Six of Wands is a card called Victory. And sometimes this is literally what it says, that we have won, that we have defeated somebody, that we were in a competition of some kind, and we were victorious. We came out on top. And this is an obstacle too, because if you're that emperor, then everybody that walks into your court, then you're just, you think of this as like, an intellectual, it's a game of chess with the other person or something. And we have to be the one to come out on top, to benefit the most from this exchange. So we've got to get out of this kind of competition mindset, or where we don't trust people all the way, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. We got to be a little bit suspicious of everything, I think. But we have this mistrust of people, so when somebody walks into our life, we are already engaged in this kind of self-defense or even offense, right? The self-offense, where we are we're trying to get a leg up on the person already, and we don't even know what their intentions are. We already have that mindset that, we've got to defend ourselves and we've got to strike first and we've got to somehow win in this competition kind of thing. So I feel like we have to get out of that a little bit. It's good to have it, but not too much. The other thing that is the obstacle with the Six of Wands, of course, is reconciling the Emperor with the Lust or Strength card, and reconciling, of course, the Princess of Cups and the Three of Swords, right? And that's not easy to do, but we need to give space to both. We sink too far into the Three of Swords, and we're not giving enough attention to the Princess of Cups. We get too far into our Emperor kind of energy. We're not giving enough slack to that creative, passionate side of ourselves. And it has to, so we need to hold the reins here. And this, the Passion card, the Lust Strength card, shows the key right, it's drawn right in that card, because that figure is holding the reins of that beast, that wild passion, So there is this element of control suggested by this card. And it's through the gentle control, right? It's not an emperor sitting on top there. There's a gentleness. There's an involvement there, but there's still a tight grip on the reins. It's through this kind of combination, which is this. It's through that whereby we can reach up into the night sky and pluck out our star, right? That we can pick our destiny right out of the heavens, And it's a real magic. It's a real empowerment. It gives us a real sense of authority and kind of agency in our own life. But it's not easy. It's tricky, right? It's the difficulty, obviously. And of course, the last card is the embodiment of that. This is a Leo card. The Lust or Strength is a Leo card. Sagittarius, it could be that there is someone in your life that is a Leo. It could be that a Leo and they're very, kind of inspiring to you, or there's some connection there with that kind of fiery energy for you, Sagittarius. And for some of you, it might be, there might be a prominent Leo person in your life. But this is the embodiment of that. If this is the theory, this is the practice of this, right? We're involved in the activity. We are gently guiding our passions to where they need to go, to where they are, safely going. And we need to use gentleness and prudence and caution, because we need to be nice to ourselves, We can be strict with ourselves. We can be disciplined. We can be hard on ourselves, but we have to be kind to ourselves. Maybe we don't have to be nice, but we have to be kind, right? And I believe there's a difference. I believe we should look at the mystery card now. I don't know if you can hear behind me. It's pretty stormy today. There's a lot of rain outside my window. I find it kind of soothing, but I just realized how loud it might be on the microphone. So I apologize if it's prominent. We're getting a lot of rain today. For the mystery card, I'd like to see the unfoldment of some of this water energy. Yeah, or even some of the earth energy. I would like to see the unfoldment of something anyway, because we have these two aces, right? And actually, what I want to do first is I want to take a look at one of these. I just got the Metatron Oracle deck. Not sure how I feel about these yet, but we'll try one out and see how it works. Let me make sure I got them facing the right way. We'll see if these work in our program here. See if they blend with our energies or not. Let me know what you think of this deck. If you have the Metatron pack, let me know what you think of it, or how you choose to use it in your life. I guess that's the one. That seems pretty good. And this is green, Heart Healing. Well, that's a beautiful card. I love the colors on the cards, at least. Green, Heart Healing. Heart Healing. And I think that fits, right? I think that works in what we're doing here. This is kind of that heart healing thing. Talking about being kind, self-care, self-acceptance, right? Being kind to ourselves. And I feel like that involves a bit of healing. And I think first we have to, of course, be aware of what's going on, and then we can kind of see where we might need a little bit more TLC, right? In our lives, and with other people, with ourselves, all of it. Yeah, I like this. This is good. Mystery card is going to be a 9 of Cups. Let's see. Yeah, Hermit. The Hermit's good, though, because it still shows a little bit of caution. It's still like we're not fully just revealing our sun, our true selves to everybody that walks in the room, you know? We're not flashing our star to everybody. That sounded wrong. We're still very cautious. We're still hiding our light a little bit. And that's okay, right? But I feel as if you're at least letting enough light through that it shows that you're holding your lamp up, right? So you are saying, hey, I'm here. I'm out in the world, and I desire things. I want things. I'm going to live my life. So it's not like we're just trying to be a dark star and go completely unnoticed in the universe. No, you're letting a little bit of light out. And you're saying, yeah, I'm here. It's like we have our porch light on. And so then all the trick-or-treaters are going to come, right? That's a bad reference. Anyway, it's showing that we're ready to be out there again. You know, it's showing that we are confident in ourselves and that we're putting ourselves forth, and we don't mind people noticing us, right? We're not fully out there, kind of in this wild and free and uncontrolled kind of way. We're still very in between. It's like I have my foot halfway out the front door. I'm not all the way outside yet, but I'm not stuck in the house either. I'm like kind of right in the doorway saying, hey, I got my porch light on, you know? And so we're ready now for those relationships. We're still very cautious. We got to go slow. We're ready for friendships. I'm ready for, maybe renewed family connections. Maybe ready for the new love, new romance connections. Ready for, maybe taking new creative risks in life. We're right there on the threshold of that. I think this is very good. Okay? Very, very good energy. We're going to do an extended reading if you want to stick around. There's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Sagittarius every Wednesday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.